Hello first graders, welcome to our new grammar rules. We are in unit 4 week 1 and the grammar rules for this week is was and were. The verbs was and were tell about the past. Was tells about one person, place or thing. Were tells about more than one person, one place or more than one thing. So we have the verbs was and were. They both would be used for the past tense. The verb that it happened, the action verb that it happened already in the past. But was will tell about the verb that it or the action that it happened, but for the singular, one person, one place or one thing. Were will tell about something that happened, but more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing. That's mean plural. So was for the singular, were for the plural. All right, let's see the examples. Fox was at home. So one fox was at home. Hen and ducks were on the grass. So hen and duck, that's more than one, that's plural. We used were on the glass or the grass. Okay, so let's do the exercise. Circle the verb that belongs in the sentence. So we need to only circle the verb that belongs to the sentence. So if the sentence is talking about singular, I'm going to use was. If you're talking about plural, I'm going to use were. All right? So let's use my pencil. Number 1. The sun was were up. One sun. Was or were. Very good. I know. Singular, was, plural, were. Number 2, hen and duck was or were playing. Hen and duck. So that's more than one. It's not going to be was because I know was for the singular, for one thing only. So it's going to be were. Circle the right verb, or what you do, just circle. Number 3, hen was or were hungry. Hen, one hen. Was hungry or were hungry? It's one hen. I know was for singular, so I'm gonna circle was. Number 4, fox. One fox was cooking lunch or fox were cooking lunch. I know that was for singular and were for plural. Fox is one fox, so was. Now we get the idea. He was waving to them. He were waving to them. You got it. Only one was. They was going to eat lunch with fox, or they were going to eat lunch with fox. Were or was. They means more than one. So it's going to be were as plural. Very good. Let's turn the page and do the next exercise. All right, still covering was and were. Use the verbs was and were to tell about the past. Use was to tell about one person, one place, or one thing. Use were to tell about more than one person, or more than one place, or more than one thing. All right. Write was or were to complete the sentence. Again, all what we do, choosing the right verb and write it down. First activity, circle it. This activity, we need to write it down. All right, so Nate blank in a play. Nate is one person. So was, very good. So I'm gonna write was in a play today. Josh and Pam blank in the play too. So Josh and Pam, the more than one. Was or were? Very good. Were. So Josh and Pam were in the play today. The play blank on a big stage. The play, one play, was on a big stage or were on a big stage. It's only one, so it's going to be was. Net blank a big bad wolf. So again, it's one. was. So Nat was a big bad wolf. All right, number 5. Some kids blank the little pigs. Some kids, plural, were. So some kids were playing or were the little pigs. All right, number 6. The play blank fun to see. So the play was fun to see or the play were fun to see. Very good, was. Awesome. Let's go for that. Next page. Next page cover a different grammar rules that we had it before. Contractions. Contraction is a short way of saying and writing two words. We know you can join two words together to make it shorter, and that we call contractions. We usually use the apostrophe. An apostrophe takes the place of the letter that are left out. So the letter that you take out, you replace it with apostrophe. So look at the example. Was not, two words. Contracted to one word, wasn't. And the O, the letter that I will take it out, and I'm going to replace it with this apostrophe. So where the O used to be, I'm just going to put apostrophe instead. Again, he is the I, the letter I'm going to take it. So his, I'm going to replace the I with apostrophe. So now I see his. Let us, and write it in a short way, it's going to be let's. So the letter I'm going to take it out, you, I'm going to replace it with an apostrophe. All right, let's see the examples we have. Write the contractions for the underlined words in each sentence. So you have words, two words that's underlined. I'm going to write the contraction way for these two words. I'm going to remove the letter and I'm going to replace this letter with apostrophe, and I'm going to join the two words together. So Sam and Ted were not at school. Were not. So this is the word that I have to write it, the contraction for it. So were not, so weren't. What I did, I removed the O and I put apostrophe instead. Pal was not in his bed. Was not. Some examples you might see them, some examples you need to remember. So was not, wasn't. I'm going to write the word was, and I'm going to remove my O and replace it with apostrophe and write the rest of the word. Wasn't. Okay? Let us play with the blocks. Let us. So these are two words that I have to join them together, write the contraction for them. So let's. So I'm going to take out the U and replace it with apostrophe, and going to be let's. He is at home. The underline, only I'm writing the contraction for the words that's underlined. So he is, it's going to be his. He, apostrophe, I'm not going to write the I, I'm going to write this right away. So his home. We are not running in the rain. We are not running in the rain. Are not. It's going to be aren't. So it's going to be are not. Remove the O and I replace it with the apostrophe. That's most important. You can't take off the O and write it without apostrophe. It's going to be wrong. So this apostrophe, important to be there. All right? And usually and always apostrophe replace the letter that you take it out. The letter that you will put it away, you're going to put apostrophe instead. So if you put even the apostrophe in the wrong place, the word will be wrong. All right, let's go for the next activity. Now again we are was and were. All right, use was to tell about one. Use were to tell about more than one. Use an apostrophe to take the place of one or more letters in a contraction. So now we're gonna see the mistakes. We're gonna circle it and then we're gonna write the right words. Circle the mistake, then write each sentence correctly. It's not just circle it and put the right way to be for the sentence to be written. All right, so the first one, Mike were in the den. Mike is 1. So Mike was, so that's a mistake, circle it first, then write the right word, was in the den. Okay, Shane isn't here yet. Shane isn't here yet. I know that they use a contraction for is not, but I don't see apostrophe. I told you if it's not with apostrophe, that means it's wrong. So I'm gonna circle the mistake. This is the mistake, and I'm gonna write the right way. Okay. Shane isn't here yet. Very good. Number 3. Sam and Eve was at school. Sam and Eve. I have 2 people. So more than one, I don't use was, I use where. So I'm gonna circle this because this is wrong, and I'm gonna write my correct way. So Sam and Eve, they both are proper noun, need to be written in a capital letter, were at school. All right. Number 4. They weren't at home. They weren't at home. This is contraction way for writing the words were not, but I don't see apostrophe. So this is mistake. I'm gonna circle this mistake and I'm gonna write my correct way. So they weren't, put my apostrophe at, and I continue the rest of the sentence, at home. Okay. Number 5, the dogs was playing fetch. Dogs, that's plural, so was is not the right verb. Were, I'm gonna write it, the dogs were playing, and I continue the rest of my sentence, fetch. All right, let's go for last activity, page 80. I have 2 sets of exercise. I have A and B. A says write was or were to complete each sentence. So again, I'm gonna put the right verb. If it's singular, I'm gonna put was. If it's plural, I'm gonna put were. All right. Some hats hanging on the rack. Some hats, I know that's plural, so it's gonna be were. Easy. Number 2, Kim, that's 1. So Kim blank putting on a funny hat. Kim was putting on a funny hat. So I'm writing the word was. John was or were having fun too. Only one person was. Number 4, the kids, plural here. I see this evidence with the S. So the kids were dressing up, because I know were for plural. All right, let's go for that next exercise. B, use the 2 words to form a contraction. Be sure to use an apostrophe. See, it's important to put the apostrophe. So we have was not. I need to write the contractions form for this words. Was not, gonna be wasn't, right? I'm gonna put the apostrophe instead of the O because I took away the O. Number 6, were not. So contraction form is gonna be weren't. First, I'm gonna remove my O, replace it with the apostrophe, and put my T. Weren't. So this is exercise 5 and 6. So that was for today's exercise. We learned was and were, and we know that the verb was tell about one person, place, or things that talk about the past, and were also talk about the past but for more than one person or one place or one thing. All right, that's it for today, first graders. Thank you. Bye-bye.